Give us a call at 612-504-8400 with any questions. That means any questions. Or visit us online at havenfinancialgroup.com. Lots of retirement tools out there. I'm Larry Kalvig, by the way, founder and CEO of the Haven Financial Group. And thanks for listening every week, some of the weeks, whatever weeks that you listen in. We really, really appreciate it. Retirement's so important. And I know what you're thinking. Well, we're never going to get to retirement. So why think about something like this today? And then all of a sudden, you're there, Kim.
Yeah.
And everything we talk about now seems much more imminent and evident that they should have did something.
Absolutely. That's exactly right. Yeah. If you think 2024 went quickly, just watch and see how quickly retirement
Right.
comes up on you. We're talking about a new year retirement strategy because, at the beginning of the year, this is the time really to sort of analyze what your portfolio looks like and to maybe consider some of the changes that may be coming in the economy and how that may affect you as a soon-to-be retiree or someone who's in retirement. Just a moment ago, we talked about the changes in interest rates, and now we want to talk a little bit about some of the changes in the administration. President-elect Donald Trump has nominated former Missouri Congressman Billy Long as the new commissioner of the Internal Revenue Service, and we want to talk about, what this might mean to those who are, again, just about in retirement or maybe in retirement now. So first off, Larry, what do you know about Billy Long, and how important is the position of commissioner of the IRS to a retiree?
Well, what I didn't know is, Kim, you are from Missouri. Do you know Billy Long personally or just in passing?
No, I did not know him personally, but I certainly know of him. Yeah, my husband and I are originally from Missouri, and all of our family lives in Missouri.
Well, interesting. A lot of these nominations, everybody has their opinion, and we're all entitled to our opinion. And a lot of the, let's say the other side is, questioning, criticizing. Imagine that. And I sensed a common denominator as I was reading up on this quite a bit, that it's all about he doesn't have experience. He's really not a politician. He lacks formal tax law. So he could bring some unconventional things that we've never seen. And is that all bad? I mean, considering not everything's perfect, he could actually focus on small business because, interesting. And I grew up on a farm in west central Minnesota by Candy, Ohio, Wilmer, Minnesota. And he was Billy Long's a former auctioneer and congressman. Auctioneers, do they really want an auctioneer in the office or in something this is a pretty powerful spot? They're all powerful spots. So he's getting a lot of criticism. Is he going to help out the small businesses? Does he have policy shifts difference that they maybe don't like? What's he going to do with the various things? There's a lot of what ifs here.
Sure.
And it's probably not the standard mold of thinking that they're really think that they're used to. And that gets a lot of them uncomfortable because the status quo, do the same thing, keep getting the same results. One thing that we're into, and he's probably going to address it, is the estate tax considerations.
Right.
He wants to adjust that as Trump does. Actually abolishing the estate tax, which might anticipate retirement changes in their estate planning, which we're very big in. Of course, our estate planning attorneys, Carrie and Anna and Keith, stay very busy because even though we're retirement planning and all these puzzle pieces, estate planning is one of those topics that nobody should overlook. And there very well could be some very big changes in this area. We talk frequently about taxes. Are they going to override and change some of the tax codes and, continue with the Tax Cuts Acts that Trump put into, that was changed? Trump put it into play and it's supposed to sunset at the end of next year. There's a good chance that could be extended. Now, that's why in the last how many years we've been really talking to people about taking advantage of what you can do now to avoid paying more tax later. So we'll wait and see, but this comes back to make sure in retirement you have all the puzzle pieces covered. There's going to be change, some that we're going to like, some that we're not. And my thing is, well, if everything was perfect, then there wouldn't need to be any changes. Well, everything's not perfect, so there needs to be some change.
Sure. To me, Larry, just based on what you talk about here, it seems that this individual could certainly have an impact on retirees because taxes are a huge exposure for everyone, but certainly for retirees.
Oh, they most definitely are. My opinion is, knowing what I've read on him, is actually I see a lot of positives for retirement planning and for those that are in retirement from an estate tax standpoint, from a tax standpoint, for legacy transfer standpoint. My company is a small business. We're not small, but small business. Mm-hmm. I see a lot of really good things. Now, will they all come to fruition? Probably not. Of course not. But these are the things that scare, in my opinion, big government, because he is not the standard status quo politician, and neither was Trump. Neither is Trump. So you're always going to get backlash from either side, no matter what side you're on. But I see some positive things coming from him.
Mm-hmm. So what do we tell retirees at this stage of the game? Hold tight and let's see what he has to say, or should you start to make some changes immediately before he would be possibly, approved?
Hold tight, see what happens, adhere to the plan unless there needs to be some modifications. Mm-hmm. Taxes is a great expense in retirement. It's why we talk about it so much. And I'll tell you this, most people, they don't give enough conversation. They're not getting enough conversation about taxes. They're just kind of on the fly. And oftentimes what that means in retirement, they're just drawing wherever they think they should be drawing from without thinking through the tax efficiency part of it. Yes, taxes, what should you have in liquid savings accounts? Yes, investments are important. What are your sources of income? How will they be treated tax-wise? All of these are part of the retirement conversation, which I always have said. Retirement and all these topics are more than a conversation that should be had once or twice a year for a half hour to an hour. That's not appropriate. You should be getting more attention. You're paying for what you're getting, and you should know what you're paying. So getting a confidence how do you get confidence? By having an awareness and understanding, and that stems from communication. Yes, communication. In all areas. They say it's important in a marriage. It's just as important with your financial advisor, your estate planner, your insurance person, all of the above. There should be plenty of conversation, not a lack of.
Well, regardless of who becomes the commissioner of the IRS, there are constantly changes in the tax laws, and it's hard to stay on top of that. And certainly most people do not. Our friends at Haven Financial Group, they do stay on top of that. Another reason why having a partner in making these kinds of plans is so important. So if you're someone who is in the process of putting together a strategy for retirement, maybe you already have a portfolio, but you have some concerns about the taxes that you're paying or the exposure that you have to federal tax, or as we have been saying, estate tax, so on and so forth, then give the folks at Haven Financial Group a call, and they can partner with you to try to navigate what will no doubt be some changes in 2025, 2026 when it comes to the tax laws. 612-504-8400. 612-504-8400. You can also go to havenfinancialgroup.com. Take a look at some of the upcoming educational seminars that Haven is going to have in 2025. Tell us about a couple of those, would you? In 2025, what's coming up as far as educational seminars?
Yeah, any listeners or anybody can go to our website, havenfinancialgroup.com. We already have January and February, already booking into March, many different venues, maximize Social Security and taxes. I think we have the Truth About Annuities class that's on the docket. We have Medicare Made Simple classes because it's not simple. Don't fool yourself. These classes are free to the public, free to our clients, no cost. Workbooks provided, updated workbooks for 2025. Through these, we help a lot of people. Now, there's people that come to these. Most people take advantage of a one-on-one just because it's offered, no cost, certainly never any pressure. Information, education is the potential for power. That's why we do these. naturally. We help a lot of people through it. So go to our site, and we'd love to see you in 2025 as we start the new year.
And the site is havenfinancialgroup.com.